Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to a quick little video on the quick fix that they're calling, basically it's just a hot fix or a quick little patch to modify the quirks to the Archer, Conquest mode modifications, and Domination game modes. So what are they going to be doing? Well, we're just going to kind of bring this over here a little bit here. And, oh, actually, you can't see my window. So, with that in mind, I'm going to read to you what's going to happen. First off, changes to Conquest mode. Conquest matches will now end if the two conditions are met. One, an enemy team has been eliminated, and the surviving team holds enough of a significant amount of the capture zones to ensure a victory. So basically, if you're holding 3 out of 2 resource points, and you roll the enemy team real quick and easy, you win. If you have 2 of the capture points, they have 3, and you roll the other team, you have to capture at least 1 more point, and you automatically win. For Domination game mode, domination matches are now going to end if the following 2 conditions are met. Condition A, the enemy team has to be eliminated. And then condition B, at least 1 surviving mech has to be inside the capture radius. With obviously more time left on the clock, obviously. So those are the things, right? Prior to this, you had to on both of them. For example, in Conquest, you had to if you wiped their team, everyone had to sit back and wait, basically, till you hit 750. For Domination mode, same thing, you had to wait for the timer to count down. Now, if you wipe out the other team, you just have to make sure that you have 3 out of the 5 capture points in and the mathematical superiority. So you have to make sure that even though you have 3 out of the 5, those 2 that the other team has won't get them to 750 first, basically. Now you're probably saying, well, yeah, you have 3 to 5, it'll go faster. Not quite. If they've already have sufficient amount of points, say they've had 4 out of the 5 the entire time, you've had 1, you roll them and then capture 2, and they're at, say, 650 and you're at like 500, or you're at like 300, they're going to probably win. So you have to run and capture the other 2 real quick. And in Domination, you would wipe out the other team, and then everyone would sit there with their thumbs up their asses for a minute, 30, 40 seconds, waiting for the timer to count down. No big deal, right? So good changes. Now, here's the big things: the changes in the quirks to the Archer. So the first thing they're going to do with the 2R, I'm going to select the 2R here, and I'm going to bring up the quirks that are currently showing in the mech. So here they are down here. So right now, the current quirks are acceleration rate plus 60, additional structure in the center torso. I wish I could get this bigger, actually. You know what? Let's do it this way. So acceleration rate and deceleration rate are 60%. Additional structure in the center torso is plus 11. Torso turn rate is plus 35. Energy cooldowns plus 5. Energy heat gens reduction by 5. And then LRM velocity and LRM cooldown are plus 10 and plus 15. So what are they going to add? Well, they're adding minus 10 to the missile heat generation. So missiles will create 10% less heat for the 2R. They're also increasing the center torso structure. Right now the center torso is 11. They're going to increase it to 22. And they're going to add left torso and right torso structure to 15. So it's getting quite the structure buff. The 5S. So right now it has acceleration rate, deceleration rate at 50, turn rate at 35, additional structure in the left arm and right arm of plus 5, and the left leg and right leg of plus 7, and torso turn rate at 45, energy range plus 10, and laser duration minus 10%. So for the 5S, what we're gonna do, what they're adding is missile cooldown, obviously, of reduction by 5%. They're also going to be adding missile heat generation, so that's going to reduce obviously the heat that the missiles create 5%. So they're going to cool down or basically recharge 5% faster, and they're going to create 5% less heat. They're also adding center structure to CT structure to it, to put it up to 22, because there is no CT structure buff on this one. And then they're adding left torso and right torso structure of 15. So they're buffing this. They're basically making the looks of the torsos the same all the way across the board. On the 5W, my slight favorite, acceleration rate, deceleration rate, they're at 30%, and those are being increased to 60. turn rate's not being touched, it's staying at 50. Additional structure in the center torso and left torso and right torsos are all being changed. So the same thing as everyone else is going to 22 for the center torso, and then 15 for the left and right torsos, which is pretty good. And the structure for the left arm and right arm are being added of 9. So basically it's getting additional structure bonuses, or buffs, which is pretty good. And then last but not least, the Tempest. So the Tempest, right now it's got a whole bunch of additional structure, obviously, which are being changed. The only weapon buffs, the missile heat generation is 5%. It's now going to 10%. So they're going to create 10% less heat instead of 5% less heat. And they're also going to increase the missile velocity as well by 10%, which is pretty good. So overall, center torso is going to 18 from 11. Left torso and right torso is going from 7 to 12. Left arm and right arms are going from 5 to 9. Left arm and right arm, sorry, are going 5 to 9. Sorry, that's my bad. And then the legs are going from 7 to 12, which is pretty good. So overall, the entire mech is getting a structure buff, like basically a structure buff. The odd little weapon thing in here, like missile velocity for the Tempest, missile cooldown, missile heat gen for the 5S, and missile heat gen on the 2R as well. So overall, I think pretty good. A lot of people were saying that the mech is DOA and all that stuff. I've been liking it. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. It's kind of fun. Lots of fun. I like it. But yeah, so it's getting a bit of a buff for its structure, which I think is pretty good. I think they're trying to make it almost like the Mad Dog when it comes to the structure a little bit. Because when you look at the Mad Dog, right? So here is the Archer. Heavy. Where is the Mad Dog? When I click Mad Dog, watch what happens. Boom. Basically, the Mad Dog, and you look at it like that's the cockpit right there. The Mad Dog is basically the grandchild of the Archer. Low slung arms, missiles in the torsos, big fucking nose, ugly fucking nose. And down here is where the cockpit used to be, is where the gyros are. Or the BB-8s. I have no idea what the fuck those are. But yeah, so BB-8 is now running R2-D2 on the Mad Dogs down there. But then obviously, as I said, when you compare him to, the Archer, it's a little taller. But overall, though, structure-wise, basically, this comes out a little bit more. It kind of comes out and then down. Basically, just an upgraded Archer, so which isn't too bad. I like it. But anyway, so there you go. So the estimated time for the patch is going to be about 30 minutes. I believe they had on Twitter the size of the patch. Give me 1 second here. Let me look to see if I can find the information as to the size of said patch here. Shouldn't be too big. They're just little tweaks, little modifications. They said it was gonna be like a couple hundred meg, like 600-700 megs. I mean, it's supposed to be a 30-minute patch. So and that's an estimated amount. One I've learned when they try to do this whole thing. The downtime for them to apply it. Basically, for them to turn off the servers, patch the servers, and turn the servers back on is 30 minutes. And probably 10 minutes of that, or probably 15 minutes of that, is them turning the servers off and back on again. So you're probably looking at maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your internet speed of patching. But to be honest with you, if you patch during the downtime, you're laughing. Right here, it'll actually estimate your download, your actual download time, if I'm not mistaken. So here it's going to happen at 6 Eastern Standard. Estimated downtime is less than an... Okay, that's just the estimated downtime for everything. So overall, not too shabby, I might add. Not too shabby. I like it. Especially with the new buffs. This guy is going to be pretty hard to play against. Or at least a little bit more fun to play, because then you won't be getting shot up as